Hey, I'm George, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm here in the Algarve in southern Portugal, and I've been here once before and I absolutely loved it. I got some paintings done which I really liked, and it's October at the moment, so the weather is nice. I think it's about 25 degrees, so a good temperature. And I'm in an area called Portugal, which is near Armação de Pera, which is a bit further along the coast from Faro, which is where I flew into this morning. And I'm going to a beach that I've been told is really beautiful. I haven't been here yet, and it is about 20 past 6. So the sun sets this time of year about 7:15. So I may paint a sunset, but I'm excited to see this beach. I can see up ahead, the sea has got this beautiful deep blue color. The sky is already starting to turn a bit pink as the sun is low in the sky. So I'm just going to get a bit closer and then I'll reveal this beautiful view to you. So look at that. Absolutely stunning. The evening light hitting these cliffs, the blue sea, the sun sort of setting behind us. Yeah, definitely does not disappoint this beach. Absolutely beautiful. So I've set up to this beautiful view behind me, and the sun is quite low in the sky. It's starting to set, so I'm going to have to work quite quickly, but I want to try and capture some of that evening setting sunlight, catching the rocks with that really bright warm yellow and then a bit of the blue sea behind it. So I'm going to try and work quite fast. Remember, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's get into this first painting of the trip here in the Algarve. I've set up my easel just above the beach where I can see the cliffs catching the last light of the setting sun, and they're nicely framed against the cool blues of the sea. I'm working on a piece of oil-primed linen that I've taped to a plywood panel, and this is a simple and lightweight setup that's perfect for travelling. I begin with a loose sketch using thinned down raw umber paint. At this stage I'm just trying to place the big shapes, the cliffs, the sea and the foreground, and establish a strong composition. So the sunlit cliffs are the main event, and they're glowing in that golden hour light, and I want everything else in my painting to support this. For the sunlit faces, I use a colour mix of cadmium yellow, cadmium red, yellow ochre, and a small touch of titanium white, just to lighten the value slightly. And this gives a warm chromatic orange, which is light in value, and it's radiant against the cooler colours of the surrounding sea, the sky, and the sections of cliffs and the foreground, which are in shadow. At this time of evening, the light changes so quickly, so it's important to get those large relationships down early and to try and keep a mental note of the way the lights and the shadows are, as they're constantly going to move throughout the duration of the painting. So the sections of the cliffs and the foreground that are in shadow are darker in value and also cooler in colour temperature. And this is where it's important to remember to keep the shadow mixes and the light mixes completely separate on your palette, as if you don't keep these mixes separate, it's easy for them to merge and lose clarity. And I'd also recommend mixing the colours with a palette knife as much as possible, because this will also help you keep your colour mixes much cleaner and also help you maintain control over them, as sometimes when brush mixing, a lot of the different colours get caught in the brush hairs and it can lead to muddy colours. And therefore, by keeping these colour mixes distinct, the light feels cleaner and more convincing, and this is what really makes a painting like this come alive. The Algarve coast has a really unique colour harmony. During the day, when the sun's high in the sky, the seas are really deep blue, and these light golden cliffs are that warm golden orangey yellow, which contrasts nicely against the blue sea. And later in the evening, at this sort of time of day, the cliffs have shifted to a warmer pinkish orange, and the sky has shifted to a cool violet colour, and the blue in the sea is still quite striking, but it's become lighter in value and a bit less chromatic as well. With my brushwork and my paint application, I'm keeping it quite varied, but I have really applied a lot more thick paint to this sort of golden orange section of the cliffs that are catching the light, as thick paint adds that extra bit of visual interest, especially when people are looking at your painting in person. And this really is the area that is the focal point to my painting, and I want to draw the viewer's eyes to. As the light fades, I start to add some smaller details and refinements to the sections of the cliffs that are in shadow, and I'm also playing with subtle shifts in colour temperature, where some sections in shadow have a bluer hue where they're picking up some of that reflected light from the sky, and other areas have more of a golden yellow hue, which is closer to the local colour of the cliffs. And also the warmer hues can be caused by bounce light reflecting from other parts of the cliffs. Although I am playing a bit with the colour temperature and the different hue shifts, I am trying to keep the values in the shadows quite unified. So there's a clear distinction between the light section of the cliffs, which is catching this golden light, and the shadow section, which is a bit cooler in colour temperature and overall darker in value as well. I hope you enjoyed that video of me painting the light, catching these cliffs here in the Algarve. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, and don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. It really helps out the channel, so I really appreciate that. And it's been fun. The light effect has been very fleeting, so it's only for a few minutes is that actually golden light catching the rocks there. So I've been painting a bit from imagination as well as observation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.